With the sun starting to set, Uriel's finally made it to Riverwood. Now's not a bad time to check out the journal, find some more details on this job. My first job with the Hunters Guild has me hunting down a large wolf that has been hounding the villagers of Riverwood. Last known location of the beast was by the southeast entrance, although I doubt it's still there. Most likely it's returned to the wilds. I'll gather some information first from the locals once I arrive. Doesn't hurt to know a little bit more of what I'm hunting. And with that in mind, Uriel makes his way into Riverwood. Now, Uriel's done a lot of travelling, and he is pretty hungry. So I believe his first stop's going to be the local tavern, get some food, maybe rest there for the night, because hunting in the dark isn't really ideal. At least not after his travelling that he did to get to Whiterun. Plus, what better place to gather information than a tavern? He'll find out what he needs here. Now, since I use a mod that affects hunger, thirst,
what are you staring at?
and sleep, these are some important things I need to stay on top of.
Hard not to.
The ale is going.
I've been hunting and fishing in these parts for years.
Ah, fellow hunter.
It's not like my poaching is hurting anyone. The Jarl can hardly eat every deer now, can he?
They're indeed true. A man named Engar is setting up in the Drunken Horseman in Whiterun. She doesn't know too much more than me. Is she a member? She's not interested in joining.
Give me a mug of ale.
Good hunting.
Coming right up.
So let's have a look. Who would know any more
Need
about
something?
this wolf? Maybe this fella?
Out of my way, stranger. Yes?
Yeah, man, a few
I've been
words.
hunting and fishing
The
in
other
these
guy
parts
seems
for
pretty
years.
grumpy.
What are you staring at?
Yes, Delphi. I
Greetings.
swept it this morning.
Dangerous
Are you
looking people
sure?
here.
Well, it looks clean enough. And
I
it
was
was
meant
just
to
going
wait
to
to the
get
bar,
dusty again
get some
anyway,
food,
but
get a drink,
I'll get on it right
work out
away.
what to do next. Maybe get a room for the night. Do I have enough money for a room? 216 gold. Also have some pelts to sell. Maybe the innkeeper will want to buy them. Use them on his beds on this floor. It's got a lot of options.
Give me a mug of ale. Coming right up.
Doesn't appear anyone's here at the moment. Let's have a talk with her.
You're that visitor been poking around.
A room's pretty cheap here.
Sure thing. It's yours for a day.
That sounds good. I'll follow her out. First things first, I want to
We
buy
got
some
rooms
food.
and food. Drink, too. I cook. Ain't much else to tell.
I can buy some water off him. And let's go ahead and get some food.
Drink for the thirsty, food for the hungry.
But first, let's see if I can trade some of this wolf meat. I'm not going to get much for it. I'll probably be best keeping it and cooking it myself. But for now, it's not going to hurt. So we want to buy a little bit of food. Nothing too heavy, some bread will do. Beef stew does sound very tempting. Uriel can't resist. And with that,
Alright then.
we'll just head to our room, get an early night. It's not quite dark out, but better we get some sleep now and start early tomorrow.
Give me a mug of ale.
Coming right up.
Now, as you can see here, my character Uriel is currently hungry, thirsty and tired, so let's go ahead and chow down. Where's that beef stew? Here it is. I could have a bit more. Maybe just have a tomato there to top it off. And I'm no longer thirsty, so that worked both ways. Not bad. Have a quick drink, and then I think we're gonna hit the hay. Literally. A book on the Great War. Do you fancy reading it now? Nah, it mentions the Falmar. That war wasn't great. We'll go ahead and sleep till the morning. At which point we'll make an early start. Now when you sleep, you end up building up hunger and thirst again, so I will have to eat a little bit more. We're going to have some tomato soup. Just to kick off the day. I'm no longer thirsty because some of the food does decrease first, which is good. I'll take one more apple just so I'm no longer hungry. There we go, we're full. So we're all set. No, I guess they want their room back.
Need something?
No, do you? People are so rude. Property for sale, what's this? The Jarl of the Pale has approved potential sale of Heljarchen Farm. The farm is a plot of land located within the Pale near the Lurius Farm. The site is home to an old farm, and the farm and its structures are in poor shape and will necessitate repairs. Speak with Celebrio, the current title holder of this property, if interested in this purchase. He can be found at the Drunken Huntsman, a tavern located in the city of Whiterun. I know where it is. I wonder if he was the guy. If he was the guy with the bodyguards, maybe, that we passed.
You're that visitor been poking around.
Not too many people know about this wolf in the tavern. They know it's out there, but they're not very helpful.
Greetings, stranger. The name's Jormir, and I'm at your service. Let me know if there's anything I can help you with. Perhaps you need your boots shined, or your tunic washed, or need a letter delivered?
This one seems to know a little bit of everything. Let's find out what he knows. After consulting with a local, he told me that the wolf came close to the city entrance again last night. This is good news, as it means the wolf shouldn't be too far away since the town has become its hunting ground. I mean that, it's time for Uriel to hunt this wolf. Here's the entrance. You can see why the wolf comes around. A lot of livestock here. Probably wouldn't hurt to get a better view. God shouldn't mind. Since apparently they can't do their job. In fact, there's not even any guards, so that would probably explain the wolf's free reign. Uriel surveys the terrain. No sign of the wolf. This is dangerous because it means when he finally gets close, he may not even be able to use his bow, which is a dangerous prospect. No sign of the wolf by the entrance. Uriel will press in a little bit, see what he can find. He does see tracks though. Carcass of a goat. The kill is fresh, wolf tracks and blood lead up the mountain path as though the prey was dragged away. I should follow them. The hunt is on. More sounds of footsteps. Probably just the wind. More blood coats this path. Looking up at the rocks, Uriel sure hopes he retains the element of surprise. A lower profile is required. More blood. Seems this wolf was a hungry one. Speaking of hungry, the wolf. It smelt me before I saw it. Multiple wolves. A wolf and its cubs, this is not good. Try and wrap it around the trees. Cross the rocks. Knock the arrow and just wait. Now the little ones. Vicious little buggers. Inspecting his body for scratches and bites, Uriel deems himself okay, no diseases were picked up. It was just as well that he used the dagger on the wolf pups. Their pelts wouldn't have been worth too much anyway, but now they're completely ruined. But the big one, and he was indeed a big one, his pelt remained intact. A couple of well-placed arrows did the trick. What a beast. With the wolf skinned, Uriel makes his way back to Riverwood. Somewhat of a successful hunt. It probably could have gone smoother. It wasn't like him to be spotted by his prey, although the prospect of joining this hunters guild probably
Good dog.
made him a little bit
Greetings, Gore.
unfocused, as it were.
Looks like you could use a polish.
So does your pitch, boy.
Now the question is, what does he do with this job? I guess he needs to move on and take care of the giant mud crabs that have been hanging around the shrine of Zenithar. Simple enough task.
Didn't I tell you last time to be more specific? If you want someone's business, point out the stain on their chest plate or the blood on their boots.
But You don't have any stains on your chest plate.
Go tend to the chickens, boy.
Very pleasant people here. Uriel quickly quenches his thirst. Now he needs to find out where he needs to go. Seeking someone for directions. She marks the spot on the map. Now this is a little further into the fields of Whiterun. Can be very dangerous, many bandits. Although the mud crabs themselves are a simple task, reaching the shrine of Zenithar, not so simple. The hunt could have gone better. I must be losing my edge, and it's something I can't have happen. The wolf was with her pup, so while I managed to bring her down, I still took a few scratches for the trouble. At least I have a few pelts and meats to trade, and now I'm one step closer to joining the Hunters Guild. My second job for the Hunters Guild is a fairly simple task in itself. However, there is a pretty big hurdle in the way, that hurdle being the plains of Whiterun, a dangerous place filled with giants and plagued by bandits. The shrine is infested with mud crabs. Now these creatures are a simple task to deal with. Making it there is going to be the issue. Stealth will be the key as I travel, though I'll keep my blade very close to my side if I want to see this job through. Mud crabs. I wouldn't exactly call them a passive creature. They can be vicious little buggers if you get too close. And they'll try to nip you. Anyway, Uriel consults his map. He had two ways to travel, going southwest of Riverwood, or making his way back up the Whiterun and travelling through the plains directly across the main road. Now while going southwest of Riverwood may have worked a little bit better, the roads are not as well travelled, which in turn makes it very, very dangerous. Whereas the roads of Whiterun are well travelled, and there's probably going to be people travelling those roads, guards, patrols, so it should be fairly safe. Then again, who knows? We'll find out. Remembering that there was someone dressed in black roaming the road around here, Uriel thinks it's in his best interest to keep a low profile and just travel through. Plus the practice will serve him well when he makes his way to the shrine of Zenithar. A shortcut is in order. Maybe skip out the road entirely. A lot of animal tracks and a few footprints around here. The latter not a good sign.
Someone there?
Definitely not a good sign. The footprints led to bandits, or at least what Uriel assumes a bandit. An unruly looking gentleman wielding a massive hammer. Luckily Uriel is pretty fit, he was able to dash down the hill. Hopefully he's lost the fellow. Plus there's a guard here now.
What is it, Imperial?
Uriel quickly reports what he's seen, so the guards can step up their defences around here. very early in the day still. He made short work of that wolf. And he can now travel onwards. He's going to make it to that shrine. Keep his bow on his back just in case. It crossed his mind that the pelts he took, well, not the pelts, the armour he's wearing that he took from a bandit corpse. Probably not a good sign for him to be dressed up as a bandit travelling through here, at least when he gets close to guards. His thought process is quickly interrupted as he hears battling happening not too far away. The guard's coming over. Not quite sure what he can hear. Not a common sight, Dawn Guard patrolling the roads as the last of his warriors vampires.
Yeah?
They sure do make fine equipment though. And hey, if they can keep everyone safe from vampires, then I applaud them. Now here somewhere, Uriel's gonna have to be very careful when treading.
Looking to do some hunting? Avoid Brittleshin Pass to the southwest.
That was useful. Thank you, guard. He's made note that there's something that we should definitely avoid. Brittleshin Pass. It's actually along the road, embedded in the mountain a little bit. We're gonna have to be very careful as we travel. Maybe cut across straight through the wilds. We'll see. The one thing that worries Uriel is this fortress up ahead. He's heard the rumours and the talk of how this is a bandit stronghold, and he will have to be very, very careful as he passes by it. With any luck, he can remain undetected. But this matters for another time. To be continued.